Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Crypto Empire live stream. Welcome back to the channel. This is where we dominate the crypto market, and it has been a hectic day in crypto today. As I'm sure you've probably heard, FTX is now insolvent, stop withdrawals. The FTT token crashed 90% plus today, and the entire market did go with it. So I wanted to do an emergency live stream right now to go over everything that has transpired today and the implications that it will now have going forward in the future. Because if you think this is over, this is a very heavy event. E-liquid order books, forced liquidations. This is just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to go through still during this crypto bear market, especially after today. So let's talk about it. I do want to welcome everybody to today's live stream. We got Reverend Flashback saying, hey brother, great to see you doing a live stream. Hope you're doing well. Doing very good. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for joining me during the stream. We got Mr. Sellers Holmes saying, let's run it all day. Let's do it. We got Naveen saying, hi Connor. We got Rigoberto with us saying, blood on the streets, big time. Oh, blood is on the streets. There's no doubt about that. Good to see you, Rigoberto. We got Coin McDog with us, the OG Crypto Empire supporter. Been with me since day one. Good to see you, Coin McDog. Let's hop right into the computer and start going over this. Start talking about what transpired today and what that means for the market now going forward. Because we're just getting started with this this liquidation cascade crash. And this is basically like Luna all over again, but this could be even worse. We'll see. Definitely not at the bottom yet. If you're wondering if we're at the bottom of the market and you think you should be buying right now, I think we are just at the tip of the iceberg. Now looking at the crypto market, Bitcoin trading at $18,500. We have Ethereum trading at $1,330. So if we just look at the chart very quickly, if we look at this Bitcoin chart, this is the Bitget exchange chart. The wick went lower on Bitget than most other exchanges, but we did breach the bear market low of 17,500 on Bitcoin. If we look at the Coinbase chart, yeah, we just tested it basically to the T on Coinbase, the bear market low. So depending on what exchange chart you're looking on, we either breached or tested the bear market low at 17,500. But if we look at Ethereum, Ethereum held up much stronger than Bitcoin today. Ethereum went and tested this consolidation low at around $1,230. Meanwhile, the bear market low is all the way down here at $881. So Ethereum still has more downside. I think down here at around 1,000 is a very likely possibility, and even lower for ETH. But holding up better right now. We'll hop into the charts a lot during the stream, so be sure to stick with me until the end. Now, if we look at the gainers and losers, of course, the biggest loser is going to be the FTX token. Currently down 75%, trading at $5.46. If we look at FTT on the exchanges, this thing brought the entire market down with it today. And we'll talk about what happened with Binance and what happened with CZ and how Binance is going to go ahead and bail them out and take over the exchange and what that means for you as a crypto user. But if we look at the FTT token, we brought this up on Sunday's live stream 2 days ago. We talked about how it's very important to get all of your money off of FTX at that time. And this is why, right? So basically the FTT token was printed by FTX and they owned over 75% of the supply. So that means out of the market cap of $5 billion at the time, around 75% of it was completely fake. From there, a bunch of withdrawals from the exchange, taking even more money away from the platform. It just caused a huge cascade, a huge spark of fear. Everybody moving their money out of FTX, and the token price crashed with it. Crazy day today. The low of this is $2.50. Huge wick, huge bounce. Anybody trading today is a high-risk speculator. But anyway, we saw a bounce of 113% from the bottom on FTT. Absolutely wild day, and this is solely responsible today for crashing the market. Yesterday, things were looking pretty good, right? We had a lot of bullish divergence on the charts. Prices were at higher lows with bullish divergence, and things looked like they wanted to go up, but this dragged everything down with it today. Let me see what's going on with the live chat right now. We have Sniff saying, so another hand rubber crashes the market. No surprise. Sniff, you're always bringing humor to the stream. Good to see you, Sniff. David W saying, what up, Doe? Good to see you, David. Dalton Moore saying, what's up, y'all? What's going on, Dalton? Jamie saying, I bought some FTT when it hit $2 today. Well, congratulations on the over 100% gain on the day. I think it would be a good idea to realize some profits, but at the same time, I could see price coming back up to $10, $8 to $10, and then just nuking all the way to zero from there. We'll see if it actually does go to zero, but how could anybody ever have faith in Sam Bankman-Fried, in the FTX Exchange, or the FTT token ever again? I don't know how you could. I certainly don't. I never had any faith in him to begin with. I always thought he was a puppet, a sellout, and it turns out he was a complete fraud altogether. So usually my instincts are correct about things like that, and yet again, they were proven right today. Let's see. Linda saying, good evening from the UK. Thanks for the updates. No problem, Linda. Good to see you. By the way, guys, smash up that like button right now. We have over 40 viewers and only 10 likes on the stream. Smash up the like button. Greatly appreciate your support. Andre saying, hi, Connor. Hope you're doing okay. I'm hanging in there, Andre. You're doing well. Good to see you here in the live chat. Rigoberto saying, no more baseball umpires with the FTX logo anymore. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear that on my shirt. So let's talk about that actually for a second, Rigoberto. So FTX went ahead and they sponsored NBA arenas. They sponsored the MLB on the umpires' uniforms. They did all this flashy marketing. Now we see that all it was just flashy marketing. So just goes to show you, it's just another lesson that we can all learn. Everybody's at a different stage in their investment journey, but let's talk about Hex and Richard Hart for a second. All that guy does is flashy marketing, right? All FTX was doing is flashy marketing, bringing on Tom Brady, all these celebrities, all these athletes, sponsoring arenas, sponsoring the MLB. It was all a stunt, all right? We can see that their product was literally just held up by flashy marketing, and this is a lot in crypto. A lot in crypto is just flashy marketing and no substance behind it at all. Another important lesson we did learn today. Now, I have never really used FTX. I had an FTX US account, never really used it too much, but I will certainly never be using their platforms ever again. But, I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. Anyways, going back to today's top gainers and losers, everything took a huge hit today. Reserve rights down 32%, below half of a penny again. So, in my opinion, that's still a good long-term buy, especially below half of a penny. A lot of losers today. Most altcoins down at least 10% on the day. Looking at the gainers, there's a few odd coins that have gained today, but nothing really of substantial value. I actually had a green day today, so absolute madness out there. It is carnage in the market. Let's see. Rigoberto saying Coinbase was having issues today as well. So Coinbase was reported to have services down, and who knows, right? Who knows what they did with all their assets on their balance sheet, Coinbase, because when a user deposits their money into an exchange, the exchange now has custody over those assets. FTX was trading with it, right? FTX took all users' deposits and they used those funds to trade with Alameda Research. So if Coinbase goes down, which it depends how they were handling their assets, what they were doing with the money that was deposited, we'll see what happens. But we are certainly not out of the woods right now. We have Naveen asking, can we see another crypto crash? Yes, we definitely can see another crypto crash. This was a very heavy event today in the market, and this caused a lot of forced liquidations. Same thing happened with Luna, and then we didn't see the big firms like Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, Voyager go down until a few days to a few weeks after the Luna collapse. So these things take time to unravel, these really heavy events in crypto, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to see a lot of things come out, of more people going bankrupt, insolvent, more big firms, right? Big financial institutions are going to be caught, as Warren Buffett said, caught with no underwear on when the tide goes out. That's exactly what's happening right now. And this is just the start of it. We will certainly see some more crashes. I don't think this is the end of the bear market by any means right now. Coin McDog saying eyes on MNDE. We can take a look at MNDE if Coin McDog has his eyes on it. Yeah, this thing's nuking. If we look at the daily chart, it just launched on Coinbase. What is this? Marinade. So a new coin, again, probably not too useful with its fundamentals. Probably, I see Orca here, Orca Capital. If I'm not mistaken, that's a VC firm. So another kind of one of these VC cash outs here. I'm not sure what this was, but it pumped on the listing. And it is now down 70% in a few days. So are you looking to long this coin, McDog? What are you looking to do? Just tested the 88.6. Rigoberto saying, wow, I did not look at the FTT candle. Yeah, it was huge. It was a huge candle there. Spaceboy and Kitty saying, wow, last 48 hours were like a telenovela of the crypto world. Something like that, for sure. Reverend Flashback saying, Quant is now up big after hitting the 78.6. All right, nice bounce on Quant. Like we talked about, guys, we broke that parabola. We had this descending wedge at this support demand zone. But with this crypto contagion, it cannot handle the heat, so it fell through. And yeah, depending on where you put your fib, you'll get the 78.6 bounce here. It also happened right in a demand zone. Let's see, SRC asking, shout out to Amsterdam, saying greetings, Connor. South Africa in the house. We lost some money today, but we'll be okay. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I lost some money yesterday. I was in some longs when the market crashed, and I got stopped out. So, yeah, I think most people probably lost a little bit of capital today, but, you know, that's just part of the game we play here in the crypto market. Mamoon saying Sam Bankman-Fried is a deaf fried, something like that. Sniff saying that sponsorship FTX had with Tom Brady probably tricked a lot of people. Flashy marketing always tricks a lot of people, sucks them in, and then no substance there. Sam Bankman fraud for sure. Yeah, I mean, this guy. So, funny story. If we look at his Wikipedia page, he's an American entrepreneur billionaire. But according to Watcher Guru, his net worth falls from $14.6 billion to $991 million in the past 24 hours. Meaning he's no longer a billionaire. So they do have to update this Wikipedia page. Crazy stuff. But yeah, this guy's a complete fraud, right? So he ran FTX. Alameda Research is his hedge fund, his crypto institution. They launched so many new projects on the FTX Exchange during the 2021 bull run. And they were basically all pump and dumps to make the VCs rich. They acquired a ton of capital from that, but they really managed it very poorly. We can see this tweet from DevChart saying, I'm really looking forward to the explanation of how a fund that has passed, or how a fund that has been a seed investor in hundreds of pre-sales that did 100x to 1000x, and an exchange printing money like crazy, ended up being underwater. And Karash saying, did you miss the 3 Hours Capital saga? And he's saying that, you know, 3 Hours Capital were incompetent, who put all their eggs in one basket. Alameda and FTX got tokens for free just for listing, literally free money. And yes, this was definitely a different situation. And this gentleman here saying that rumors have it they got caught in the Luna situation and covered it up. Now, if we think back to the Luna situation, we had Voyager, which is a crypto custodian that you can deposit your money into and they'll give you interest, much like Celsius. They went bankrupt during the Luna collapse. And who bailed them out, or who was rumored to bail them out? Alameda Research. So it turns out that it was all a bluff. It was all a marketing stunt, and they were lying to the public and covering up a lot. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a victim, I was lied to, we have to go after them. No, this is just the objective truth. And listen, I believe in justice, I believe in fairness, I believe in the right thing. And justice, I mean, come on, something has to be done here. Justice has to be served. Like, this is ridiculous. They straight up lied to everybody, said they were fine. They printed the FTT token out of thin air, owned like 80% of it, backed by nothing. $5 billion market cap, was a fraud. Like, there has to be some serious implications to this. Come on. Like, this is insane what happened today. But this is what we signed up for, being a part of the crypto market before mass adoption. We could wait until 2030, 2040 when mass adoption comes and there's full-on regulations, but by that point, it's going to be too far gone to have the opportunities we have in the market today. So there's no risk, no reward. That's why we're here right now. That's why we were here in 2020, 2021. That's why I was here in 2017, 2018. I'm here for the opportunity, but with that opportunity comes massive risk, and we see that today. Naveen saying FTX is the official partner of the Cricket World Cup. We'll see how that goes. Andre says, why all of these had to happen when I joined crypto? I'm here to stay. Nah, you'll be okay, Andre. Just stick with it. Sniff saying, all the centralized exchanges I use, Kraken has been the best. Interesting. Slisher Gosh saying, what do you think was the bottom of crypto Bitcoin? 17,100. No, I don't think that was the bottom. I think we are most likely going to test some new lows probably this month at this point, because like I talked about, this is a very heavy event and it has some massive implications to it. A bunch of forced liquidations, a bunch of people are probably insolvent and bankrupt, a bunch of big institutions. We don't know who were the investors of the FTX Exchange. We don't know those names. We don't know those companies, but they just lost all their money now. So this is going to have a big carryover effect, and this is far from over. And it's looking like we're going to get that spot on Bitcoin. If we head to a weekly chart, we're going to get that spot of around 14 to $16,000 most likely down here. Right, I'm pretty confident that we're going to see some new lows, that this wasn't the end of it. Probably going to head to $14,000 to $16,000 next on Bitcoin sooner rather than later. This is a heavy event. It has big implications, and we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg right now. We probably will bounce from here, though. Like during a huge candle like this, it's not just going to go straight down. We're going to have bounces. It's going to be very volatile, very tricky price action. SRC, should we long, short, or what? I would suggest that you wait in terms of the trade right now. If we have the CPI on Thursday, don't forget. And right now it's also election day for the midterms in the U.S. When we find out who won the elections, expect the market to react in a violent manner. Expect a lot of volatility. There's so much on the table right now. CPI, we're going to find out the inflation numbers. If inflation numbers come out higher than expected, listen, this is going to be a bloody looking chart, even more so than it already is. Expect a even bigger sell-off. So the best move to make right now, I would say, is no move. We just got a $5 super chat from our man Sniff. Sniff saying, try not to spend it all on XRP. Extended rug pull. Sniff, you're a legend. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Always really appreciative to see you in the live chat. Always bringing humor. Thank you for the support. And thank you for that $5 super chat. Rigoberto asking, Connor, how do we know which exchanges are legit to trade in? This is a very concerning issue for crypto and now the future. Good point. Very good point. So, what did I have here? So, CZ was talking about this today. If we look at CZ, what transpired today, CZ looking to buy out FTX. He announced a non-binding LOI to acquire FTX.com today. We just got a $5 super chat from LG. Thank you, LG. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. LG saying, hey, Connor, rough day, so thank goodness I'm not onto leverage yet. Here's the last $5 in my trading account. Thanks for making sense of this madness. Thank you for the support, LG. I really appreciate that. So anyway, back to Rigoberto's question about, which exchanges can you trust? So CZ saying today that all crypto exchanges should do Merkle tree proof of reserves. Banks run on fractional reserves. Crypto exchanges should not. If you don't know what fractional reserve banking, that's essentially the scam that the banking system uses to leverage our depositor money, right? So we'll deposit $100 and they'll take out 90%, so they'll take out $90 and go and lend that out to other people and collect interest on it and only have $10 that we actually deposited out of the 100. Crypto exchanges were doing this and we're seeing them just go insolvent. So crazy time. And where is this? Okay, here we go. So talking about what exchanges can you trust. CZ calling for a full Merkle tree proof of reserves on all exchanges because we need to know if they're actually holding the money that we deposited in, or is it all fluff? And we can see this tweet from this gentleman here, or this lady, I'm not sure who it is. Anyways, they said, just had a look at the proof of reserves audits provided by Kraken and other exchanges, and actually none of them give you the addresses where coins are held. The blockchain is supposed to be verifiable by addresses where we can see where the coins are held. For some reason, the exchanges aren't giving us the addresses. I wonder why. Probably because they don't have the coins that we deposited in, because they do fractional reserve banking. And they lend those coins out and they collect interest on them, and now it's all collapsing before our eyes. Anyways, we can read on. Here's a screenshot from Gate.io's audit. This is the same company that audits Kraken. It does not even tell you how much Bitcoin or ETH the centralized exchange holds. It just tells you the collateralization, and you have to trust the auditor. No independent verification possible. So no trust. There's no way to verify. Very sketchy. This is very, very sketchy. He's saying, in my opinion, this is just trash for an audit that is supposed to improve transparency. And the auditor is a company called Armanino LLP, which I never heard of, and has a 2.5K Twitter following. So these exchanges are now doing audits, and the audits are making it look even more sketchy than it actually is where we are at right now. So that's why I'm saying this is a heavy event. We don't know what's going to happen with these other exchanges. Expect more to follow. Expect more blood in the streets to follow. It's not going to go straight down. There's going to be violent short squeezes. You should not be a late shorter. If you're shorting now after a day like today, you're mad, right? You might be a little mad in the head with a few screws loose. You don't want to short after the huge red candles. You want to short before. Just like you don't want to buy after the big green candles. Goes against the psychology of most people in the market. But that's how you have to play it. Selling climax for sure. Let's see. Harris Jawed saying, so what just happened? All I know is that CRO coin is going to explode. Less competition. Crypto.com for sure has some more incentive to be used now. SRC Bitcoin fell to 16.8K in futures contracts. Bloody sell-off for sure. Dalton saying so many alts were bullish. A lot of nice charts. Dalton, I agree. For example, I mean, we can look at this Atom chart yesterday. So I actually took this long on Atom yesterday before the crash. I ended up getting stopped out for a loss. Right? I always tell you when I win. I also tell you when I lose. That's what makes my channel real. Instead of a lot of these other people out there, I give you the truth on what happened. I don't only tell you the wins. But anyway, if we look at some of these charts before the crash yesterday, they did look super bullish. Right? We had Atom here, printed a nice double bottom. Okay, swept the lows, and if we look at the chart, it had super strong bullish divergence. If you don't know what bullish divergence is, that's when the RSI is actually making higher lows, but price is making lower lows. So when price is lower than it was before, but the RSI is showing more strength, that's a good indicator to hop into a long. And we got a pretty nice move from here, right? We moved 6% in like 2 hours, but then the bottom fell through. It was a false breakout. And so many altcoins, Bitcoin had very strong bullish divergence as well. So many coins looked super strong, but there's no sense about crying over spilt milk. The market crashed. So yeah, very unfortunate that we had that play out. But like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg right now. Let's see, Harris saying, Binance FTX merger, what does it mean for CRO? Well, I'll tell you, what the Binance FTX merger means is it's not good. That means Binance goes ahead and adopts all of FTX's funds. And Binance is already the largest holder of crypto in the world. So what it means that Binance is going to become a huge monopoly in crypto. And what it means for CRO, it's their competition, which is good, right? If we look at Kronos, where is it? It's number 26 in the market cap, $2.6 billion, down 17% on the day. So it means that CRO, the Crypto.com exchange, will get more users. But any monopoly is very bad for the general public. It's not good for you and I. It means that one centralized power has a ton of control. Of course, Binance has the BNB token, number 4 in market cap, really number 3 if you don't count stablecoins. Look, the Binance Smart Chain is going to be a powerhouse now, right? It's a monopoly. It's the crypto monopoly. They can pick what coins they want to list on Binance, what coins will be allowed on the Binance Smart Chain, right? They have full control over a lot of things now, and it's kind of scary, right? Monopolies may seem cool, but they're very bad for the general public and not good at all. So we're going to see there's going to have a lot of carryover effect. Florent 1980 saying, extremely violent. Thanks for your daily updates these days. If more exchanges were to collapse, would the market not be dead for years? I don't know about years, but it would certainly be dead for a few months at least, an extended period of time. It would be very bad, Florent. It would be super bad if that happened. Cot Snatcher 420, nice name, respect that. Saying time to buy more FTT, I think. I can see it going back up to maybe like $10 before crashing again. Nice little short squeeze bounce. Right, we have this resistance area at around $8 to $10 now over here. So yeah, I could see price testing this level again before nuking. It's possible. If you buy FTT, it would only be a trade right now, and also very high risk. Jamie L saying the library SEC case loss was a double kick in the nuts too. Don't think it should affect XRP though, so good discounts on XRP now also. Yeah, library lost their SEC case. The library token was declared a security, and it had some really bad language in there by the SEC, and it basically means that every single coin in the market, including Ethereum, excluding Bitcoin, it means that the language they used in that lawsuit case means that basically every single coin on the market is a security in the US. So the crackdown has only just begun here. They want their CBDC as the only thing. They don't want any competition. And it's crazy. We're headed down a pretty dark path, but we got to be the light out here. Let's see. Swill Wester saying H-bar, any thoughts? So looking at H-bar, pretty healthy correction today. And this was my bear market buy zone, actually, where this wick came into today. This gray box. Been waiting for this. This was new bear market lows. We were holding this 5.6 cent level. Now H-bar came into my level that I've been waiting for since around May of this year, when we really started to crash. This is the level that I marked out on H-bar from 4 to 5 cents, and we got it today. So long term, this is what I was waiting for, so we got it. So this is a good level to buy, right? I said I would buy here like 6 months ago, and now we're here. So my thoughts on H-bar, it's in a demand zone. Could it come lower? 100% it could. 3 cents is your next level lower, but don't bank on it, right? If you're going to dollar cost average, certainly a good day to do that for the longer term, of course. Naveen, Solana biggest backup by FTX. We may see huge pressure on Solana. Good point. Let's bring that up right now. Solana, nice red day today, coming sub $20. If we look on the daily chart here, very red day for Solana. And most likely, the way this looks, it will come down to 12 is your next level. Definitely something at 15. And sub 10 is in the cards as well for Solana at this point. Solana was the VC coin. It still doesn't work. It still goes down all the time. Fancy marketing, like we talked about in the beginning of the stream. Fancy marketing, shiny objects, but no substance. This chain goes down like once a week. Just goes out. You can't send anything on it. Solana was the blockchain that Alameda used to launch all of their, basically pump and dump seed investors that did 100 to 1,000x and just dumped on retail. They used Solana, right? So, yeah, Solana is going to have a lot of implications for this too. Should be interesting. SRC saying, so the bottom isn't in after all. Looks like it's not. Let's see. Crypto Tierra saying OMG. XDB looks interesting ahead of the World Cup. Yes, sir. XDB made a video on this one a few months ago, and price crashed a lot further since. And it looks like we have some kind of double bottom forming here. Looks like it's 61.8 from my eyes over here. If we pull a fib and take a look at this measurement. All right, so an 88.6 double bottom. And yeah, we have the World Cup coming up. We'll see what happens with XDB. Below a penny, all-time high in this thing, if we look at it, is 85 cents. So, hey, if you like bargains, this is one. Woody's saying, great to see a live stream. Yes, sir. Woody, good to see you here in the live chat. Like the video for sure. Andre saying, what about the midterm rally for the election? Is that gone now? I would say that yes, this definitely takes that little midterm rally off the table now. When we have the second biggest exchange go bankrupt, yeah, it'll cancel that midterm rally, I would say. Who knows, though? When the results are announced tomorrow, maybe we'll see some kind of pump. But I don't think it will be very long-lived. Most likely very short-lived. A lot of requests to look at CRO today. Kronos. I know a lot of people really like CRO as like their favorite pick. So if we look at CRO, starting things off on the very higher term time frames on the weekly here. We broke the bear market trend line in May. And when we see these higher term time frame base support breaches, what does it mean? It has big implications. All right, so from that break, it's been down only. We've been basing sideways now for 5 to 6 months. Basing sideways for 147 days. So nearly 5 months. And we just broke into new bear market low territory today on this candle. RSI is still strong though. We got some bold div playing out. Yeah, we got some bullish divergence here actually. On the daily too. Interesting. So yeah, CRO tested our lower demand zone at 9 cents. This gray shaded box is an area of interest on my chart. Let's put some lines here. 8.7 cents. Yeah, so I see why price stopped where it did today. But for sure this can come lower. Low of 2.4 cents. Yeah, this is in a new bear market low, or it made a new bear market low today, I should say. Definitely oversold right now, and there's bullish divergence on the chart, so we could for sure see a bounce. If you don't know what bullish divergence is, notice how price, if I draw a trend line, we have lower lows. Price making lower lows, and if we pull up our RSI, the RSI is showing strength. Right, we have this first low, and if I draw on here, notice how the RSI has made a higher low, price is making lower lows. So while price is crashing lower, it's still stronger than it was higher up here. So we could see a bounce. This is a good looking chart, but if we see another big announcement, just like we had bullish divergence yesterday and then we crashed, TA is all probabilities. So at the same time, this can for sure just tank. LCX might be the next contender. Yeah, I would never in my life use LCX. Like never. I will never register that with them. I will never use them. Looks like they took their information off of the CoinGecko page. They were probably getting way too much hate with their little information bio. But basically this is This is another puppet exchange. Majorly centralized. If you guys are wondering what exchanges are going to boom from this, it's the decentralized exchanges. GMX is going to see so much volume come into it. This is a decentralized trading protocol. You can go up to 30x leverage on the main coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, etc. Right? These are like LCX. I would never use LCX ever. I would use GMX though, because they're decentralized and I don't need to give my social security number and my whole entire life away just to trade on the platform. So the decentralized exchanges, GMX is your top one. That's going to see massive adoption. I can't wait until Levana comes out with their exchange, right? If anybody recalls, Levana Protocol is a decentralized exchange. Perpetual futures, options, hasn't gone live just yet, but it's in the works. And this is going to be a big one. Levana too. Still holding my Levana NFTs, obviously, but I'm very, very bullish on the decentralized exchanges. Centralized exchanges, yeah, right, they are a problem for sure. Too much power. And they don't tell the truth either. So LCX, it might be a contender. I would use that word might very strongly. I would not keep faith that they would be a top contender. SRC saying, where do you see BNB falling now that it's completely manipulated and pumped by CZ when Bitcoin goes to 15 to 16K? Let's take a look at the BNB chart. Wild candle today on the daily. Huge doji. Darth Maul candle. Where do I see it going? Certainly back to the green over here, 275. I think another test of here is highly likely. And then below that, we have our support level at 230 down to around 200. All right, so BNB for sure holding up as one of the strongest in the market. So our zones are outlined for us. It's very clear where BNB is going. First stop, 270. Second stop, 230 are the levels to have marked on your charts for BNB when Bitcoin goes lower too. Ivan asking about Quant. We took a look at Quant a little bit earlier, but I'll show it to you again. Basically what happened, we had this falling wedge, but when FTX went insolvent and the FTT token crashed, everything went down with it. Strong recovery. Trying to get back into the wedge above. But yeah, this was bought up. The Quant army stepped in heavily. The limited supply is definitely very enticing for Quant. One of the reasons I hold it in my own portfolio. Only 14.5 million in circulation. Right, so very limited supply here for Quant. AR is it a good time right now to stack up Algo and Chili's before the World Cup or wait longer? You know, those are the plays in the market going off of the narrative. The current narrative in the market are the World Cup coins. Algo is the official sponsor. Chili's has the soccer fan tokens, football fan tokens. Look, everything right now is a gamble. Chili's, my long, I had my stop loss at 19 cents at my entry, so I'm officially out of this trade. I took profit from it, but I mean, I was going to swing this to 44 cents. That didn't work out, did it? So yeah, I'm out of it now, not in Chili's anymore. I had a 2x leverage long on it with an entry at 19 cents. Yeah, these are the plays, right? These are the narratives. Chili's, Algo, XDB maybe if you want to take a really low micro cap. Should you get in now? I'm not doing anything right now personally. I'm waiting till after Thursday at the minimum, after the CPI meeting on Thursday. That's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see what happens. If inflation numbers come out higher than expected, it's going to tank the market further. And real quick, let's look at the other indices. If we look at the DXY, the US dollar, still very bearish. Another red day. We have this candle closing. The daily candle is closing in 4 minutes time. It's going to be another red day for the dollar. Usually when we have a red day for the dollar like this, we'll see crypto pump, but that can't happen with these unforeseeable black swan events like FTX today. And stocks are strong, right? Stocks are looking good. So I could be super mad that all my longs got stopped out and I lost some money, but there's literally nothing you could do. In my opinion, my TA was spot on. My analysis was right, but something unforeseeable came up. I knew about the FTX situation. I showed you the FTT chart on Sunday. We had an audience member, I forget who it was, but he was talking about how it's a good idea to get all of your money off of FTX. I agreed. I talked about it for a little bit, but I was bullish because the technicals look super good. Dollar crashing, stocks are bullish. Usually we'll see crypto right there with it pumping, but we just had one of those black swan days and you can't predict it. You can't see it coming, and it just wiped out crypto. It wiped out all of the the bullish setups on the charts. So really crazy. Usually when the dollar falls and stocks are pumping, crypto is pumping too, but unforeseeable event today. Galal26 asking, it would be a good idea to find out which projects Alameda Research had their tentacles on. Those may be the most at risk in my opinion. Very good point. Very good point, right? They definitely are invested in a bunch of projects and they don't have any money. So what do you do when you don't have any money? You sell your assets. What's that going to mean for the prices of these tokens? They're going to crash. So yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. Buckle in. We're just getting started with this little contagion happening. There will be bounces. It won't go straight down. But this is what we have to work with right now. Rebus down 22% after the airdrop. Little Cosmos chain. New airdrop. Head over to rebuschain.com if you haven't collected your airdrop and you were staking Atom or providing liquidity on Osmosis, staking Osmo, etc. Joel saying, what up, Connor? Doing the good work as always. Joel, good to see you here in the live stream. Appreciate your support. Let's see. BNB will be 50 when Bitcoin goes to 12. That's where BNB was before the last bull market when it took off. Could it go to 50? For sure it could. Nothing's impossible. But again, my level's 270, then 230, down to really 200. And yeah, after that, there's not really any support at all on the chart because this thing went vertical, right? And really left no support levels. I marked a few here, one at 145 to 120, another one from 75 to 62. So I don't know about 50. But for sure, if it's going to crash that low below 100, it'll go to 75. But there's a daily demand zone here. If we go to the daily price chart, we do have a daily demand zone at $75 on BNB. So if we're going to breach 100, it most likely goes here. And the low of that is at 61. But these are my levels I have on BNB. Andrea, at what price would you buy BNB? We'll see. We'll see. BNB is the strongest coin really right now with CZ at the helm. It's a monopoly. They have all the power in crypto. They own the most assets out of every entity in the entire world. So this is for sure the strongest one. I'll buy it at the bear market lows at 180. 190, and if we crash below there, like I just said, we'll see these lower demand levels, and those are your opportunities to buy at those levels. Mel saying, Connor, how do you start your day looking for trade setups? Always top-down analysis. The thing is, I look at the market every single day, so I'm quite plugged into the main levels. So I have the main levels already in my head of the coins that I'm trading. So if I see something, my process is very simple. I go over this in my course and in my Discord, but my process is always a top-down, starting at the higher time frames, finding my zones, looking for other indicators, trend lines, divergences, things like that. But yeah, I teach you exactly how to do that all in my course. So if you really want to find out the system, go ahead and enroll in that. Jose saying Solana is on a downward spiral. It sure is. Solana's in hot water. Would not want to. So daily candle just closed, and if we look at where it closed, it is below the Luna crash low at 25. We closed the candle at 24.40. So yeah, confirmed breakdown on Solana here. Let's look at the Bitcoin daily candle. Bitcoin daily closed right at 18,500. So holding that level for now after testing the bear market low. But like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. When we see all these forced liquidations, when we see illiquid order books on centralized exchanges that are supposed to be the second biggest one in the world, it has a major carryover effect. That's going to take days to weeks to really see everything that's going to transpire from today. So just getting started. We will see new lows. White Jazz saying INJ plummeted today, but it will be a huge benefactor of what happened with these centralized exchanges. Yeah, I can see that happening for sure. INJ was a very strong coin. Before the sell-off. So we're looking at a daily chart. You see this long setup I have. This was originally posted on this breakout level at $2.04. From that, it went ahead and rallied 45%, 48%. But today it just lost everything. And I mean, I didn't take this trade, but if anybody did take this trade from my live stream, I believe 2 weeks ago when the breakout happened, I would have hoped you managed it well and moved your stop loss to break even. But yeah, this thing plummeted today and it erased all of the gains from the previous 2 weeks and went ahead and tested this trend line once again, right? This ascending trend line. And we had this horizontal resistance level. Price broke through to the upside, but all of those gains were erased in a few hours. But price held support here, which is a good thing to see. Strong bounce. We're going to see it will for sure come back down and test this trend line, right? This is going to be the big decider here. If we either bounce or if we lose it. If we lose it, we're coming back down to $1.12. But this trend line is where you want to have your eyes on for INJ. And if we want a horizontal level, some people like horizontal levels instead of vertical levels. It's going to be at $1.80. Right? If we look on the daily, $1.80 support resistance flip level. So that's your INJ outlook. Watch out for $1.80. Do you think TrueBit for ETH is legit? Not sure what you mean by that question. Harris saying CRO will break out. Mark my words, they will go for a #1 exchange. FTX out now. BNB and CRO. Yeah, the #2 spot is wide open for anybody to take now. Reverend Flashback talking about LCX and who runs it, which is exactly why I would never use it. Thanks for bringing that up, Reverend Flashback. Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon saying, just tuning in, can you talk about what's going on with Binance? Yeah, so we talked about this in the beginning of the stream. Long story short, what happened was CZ talking about FTX, throwing a little bit of shade at Sam, etc. The sequence of events that transpired today. We can see here, my tweets were simple. They were questions about a large 580 mil FTT deposit of Binance, and we were transparent about the fact that we were closing our FTT position. And we can see all the talks about what happened. Long story short, Binance pledged today that they were going to buy out FTX, which would mean that Binance would become the biggest monopoly in crypto. And everything that transpired today, I recommend you rewind the stream for my full recap on everything. But crazy day, very, very crazy day. On top of the elections, on top of CPI on Thursday, we're dealing with this now. CRO8 saying, hey Connor, good morning. What's happening? CRO8, good to see you. Rigoberto saying, Bitget should stay strong as an exchange. Yeah, Bitget is in China as well. Yeah, they should see increased adoption. Bitget became like the biggest exchange this bear market. And that's the exchange that I use for the most part right now. For sure, this was a day of hurt. We got Smooth Scope with us today. What's going on, Smooth Scope? Saying the Emperor's here when you need him. Good to see you, brother. Hang strong, Empire. Thank you, Smooth Scope. Always good to see you here in the live chat. If anybody who doesn't know, Smooth Scope is one of the original members of Crypto Empire as well. Found me when I was brand new here on YouTube. Appreciate your support from the beginning, Smooth Scope. It's good to see you here in the chat. Cot Snatcher 420 saying, FTT go to $15. Go, what do you think? No, I think 10 most likely before another crash down. It could go higher, but I wouldn't bet on it. This is your daily candle on FTT. Crashed from 22 down to 250 today, 88% loss, but to the close it was around a 75% loss on the day. So certainly not the time to be shorting after a 75% loss candle. But in terms of where the bounce could go, like I said, $10 around here. What is going on with my computer right now? There we go. Before another nuke down. Alejandro, DXI was down, volatility index favorable, S&P in a good position. We need to wait and see the collateral damage. Exactly, Alejandro, exactly what I was saying, right? Stocks, very bullish. Dollar, very bearish. Perfect environment to see a crypto pump. But it's too risky to go in now with anything sizable, especially with the CPI Thursday and elections today. We don't know what's about to happen. The Silva Dalla saying, what's up, fam? New leak today. Chaos Exchange is coming to Exosama. Day 1. All right, so for all the Glimmer fans out there, Glimmer dropped down a little bit lower. And of course, we're watching this one. Glimmer is a bear market pick here at Crypto Empire. Look at these wicks. So again, price, lower lows. RSI, higher lows, bullish divergence on Glimmer. Then it quickly recouped this low at 43. Didn't really fully break down here, and we have bullish divergence. It's a good looking chart on the daily too. But anyway, Silva Dalla talking about the Chaos Exchange. Not sure why it's not showing up here on Twitter. Here we go. Chaos Exchange. Yeah, this is the new Donnie Big Bags project over for all the Polkadot ecosystem fanatics out there. This is what everybody's talking about over there. Check it out. Smooth Scope saying Polygon saved the portfolio. Yeah, Polygon still over $1. Matic at $1.03 right now, crashed to 94. That was the level before the breakout. Now, real quick, if we go to the channel, you know, Polygon for sure. Something that we've had our eyes on for a very long time here at Crypto Empire. Telling you over here at 53 cents, you know, pick some up. Not financial advice, but here we are back over $1 on Matic. And this is, again, one of the strongest ones on the market. So a lot of implications to come. Bitcoin goes to 14 to 16. Polygon's going possibly back down to 50. So no rush here. Mazinda saying, smash the thumbs up and match the likes to viewers ratio. Absolutely. Smash that like button if you're just tuning into the live stream right now. I greatly appreciate your support. SRC saying that CZ will never let BNB fall below 200. I somewhat agree with that. And yeah, right, that lines up pretty well with my levels on the chart. We'll see. I'm in no rush to make any vast decisions like short BNB or buy BNB right now. I'm gonna wait till this storm blows over before I make any decisions. Alejandro saying stay off from altcoins or jump in when these crash. The next crash, right? Bitcoin goes to 14 to 16. That's my bottom level, so I'm gonna jump in then for sure. I have spare cash on the sidelines. I've had it for months that I'm gonna deploy when we get the next crash. But for now, doing nothing. Wait until after Thursday at the very minimum when we had that CPI meeting and we find out what's happening with inflation. ALEV 0 is holding up strong. Wow, this thing barely crashed today. ALEV 0, no sellers. All sellers have left the chat for A0. Have this falling wedge started to break out, but that was stopped abruptly by this crypto contagion crash. Yeah, this is looking very strong. This barely sold off. No long wick down or anything, so A0, impressive strength here. What would be my long-term entry for Casper? So Casper down here, we're back in the range now, by the way. The range high was at 4 cents, 4.09 cents. Notice how after we tried to break out, price is now back in the range with the range high at 4.1 cents about. So where would I buy this long term? Certainly a decent level now long term. Below, we have 2.5 cents, and then the lows at 2.2 cents. So from anywhere from 2 to 3, 2 to 4 cents, it's a good buy long term. We're in a 6-month range, 6-month bottoming out period here. So yeah, these are good levels, but if you want the best, 2.5 is what I really like on Casper. We'll see if we get there. Even still 3.3, good bargain. Rigoberto saying, where's Hard Rock Nick? Can the devs do something? If only Hard Rock Nick can save the market right now. Vazher saying, hi Connor, can you do a tutorial on the GMX platform? I most certainly can, Vazher. I can certainly make that video. Ivan1381 asking, how low can Bitcoin go in your opinion in the worst case? 14 to 16, I would say. 14K. Going to be a ton of buyers down there, right? There's going to be a ton of people stepping in at around $14,000, $16,000 on Bitcoin. So yeah, that's my level. It's my bottom call, right? If I want to pull out the crystal ball and say exactly where it's going to bottom out, $14,000. On God with us today. Shout out to On God saying, hey Connor, can you give your opinion on DOT being ruled as technology, not as a security by the SEC? So the good thing about DOT is I don't believe it is created in the US. I think it was in the UK. But yeah, my DOT trade was looking really good. It was looking really, really good. But obviously that didn't play out too well. But yeah, I don't think DOT will be ruled as a security. Depends. I mean, the technology is novel. It's brand new, right? The layer 0 relay chain. So I wouldn't stress about that. I think DOT will stay strong, and I still really like DOT. Horrible daily candle today, though. Yeah, but the SEC, right? Their language they use in the library case, if we look at that very quickly. So I won't go into the article, but we can see the full ruling in the SEC versus library case can be read here. The language used here sets an extraordinarily dangerous precedent that makes every cryptocurrency in the U.S. a security, including Ethereum. All right, so if they want to follow along this suit in this manner, then they'll declare everything as a security. They make the rules. They can say whatever. So who knows? But I'm not going to bet that they're going to declare DOT as security in the future. We're not sure. Ola Art saying FTT to $1. I think it's going to bounce first, but afterwards for sure. Why do I prefer to trade on Bitget over Binance? Binance, you have to use KYC. So that's why. CRO saying, Connor, what's your opinion on optimism? Arbitrum is better. A lot of articles today about the Arbitrum airdrop. Shout out to Labradoodle putting this in the Discord for us. I'm going to leave this link in your live chat. So if anybody wants to find out how to get the Arbitrum airdrop, read that link I just posted in the live chat. But my opinion on optimism is that Arbitrum is better, and I'll use Arbitrum and not optimism. That's my basic opinion on it. And on God saying he saw something from the Akala Twitter. Web3 Foundation announces Polkadot's native token DOT has morphed and is a software, not a security. After 3 years of proactive engagement with the SEC, W3F announces a landmark step towards the achievement of Web 3.0 and decentralized trustless, serverless internet. That's good. That's very good news. But who knows? The SEC makes the rules. So if they want to pin you, they're going to pin you, and they'll make it hurt. If they want you, they will get you. Mamoon talking about Caspa. A lot of ass about Caspa. Looks like this thing jumped crazy market caps. Let's go look at this in terms of market cap. It's at 55 mil from, it launched in August. It's now at $55 million. Another layer one. We'll see. I'm not interested in it personally. Harris saying, I think we bottomed out. I don't think we bottomed out. Anna Maria, do you think Bitcoin will bounce tomorrow, then fall back? Certainly possible. We're going to bounce. Come back up to 18.9, 19K, maybe even 19.8 before tanking. But yeah, this is a heavy event with FTX. It's going to have a lot of carryover effect, and we need to wait for all of that to come to the surface. Again, I said this in the beginning of the stream, but just like when Luna collapsed, and it took a few days to a few weeks for Celsius to announce they're insolvent, for Voyager to announce they're bankrupt, for 3 Arrows Capital to announce they're bankrupt. This didn't happen immediately. It took a little bit of time for it to come to the surface. The truth always rises to the top. The truth always comes above water. All right, so just like Sam, it didn't take a genius to say that Sam Bankman-Fried is a fraud puppet, right? Everybody knew that already, but he had a good act. He had a good bluff, a good poker face. He had very good marketing around him. But the house of cards caved in. And this is another house of cards here. It has major implications. And the bottom, from this event, in my opinion, we are not at the bottom. It's going to have a lot more implications carry through. Buckle up. We got a wild ride incoming here. Steph saying, what's your thoughts on Solana? Good entry for DCA by today. Nah, I think we probably go lower. I'm not buying any Solana today for the long term. I showed this already, but we'll look at it again. Look at it again. 1812. Very plausible we come down here. This demand zone starts at 15. What to think about the mods charts before the dump all? They were on point, Dalton. They were on point. Good work. John Thomas saying, good live, friend. Price might crawl up then blast up, leaving people behind. Usually how it goes. Could happen. I'll be okay if that happens. I won't FOMO either. We'll see. Crazy time. Lucio, we safe in Qcoin. Harris saying, doesn't FTX have naming rights for arenas? Yes, they do. We'll see. I guess they're going to change to Binance Arena now, not FTX anymore if Binance buys them out. The Qcoin token back below 10 bucks here. Going and testing demand down here at 870. So there were months ago in May and June when the market was crashing first, there was rumors of an insolvent exchange and everybody thought it was Qcoin, but now we know it was FTX. So yeah, Qcoin going to gain a lot of market share as long as they can stay afloat through all of this. And yeah, they'll get a lot of users. SRC. Okay, so where will you jump long in Bitcoin between your bottom 14 to 16K? I'll layer orders between 14 to 16K. That's exactly where I'll jump long. Mamoon, thoughts on Cadena? It's good. I don't own any though. Good layer one, good pick. I respect anybody who is very bullish on Cadena. Had a beautiful trendline break. Right, you can see price broke the trend line. I showed this on Sunday's stream. Price broke the trend line, tried to hold it. Let's clean this up a little bit. But then lost it, retested, kissed off, and then said goodbye, see you later. New lows for the bear market. And let's check the RSI. Right here. Interesting. I mean, every single chart on the daily time frame has bullish divergence. So everybody's saying we could blast off from here. The charts are saying, yeah, the charts are bullish. Dollar is falling, stocks are bullish, so prime pump factors right now. We have price making lower lows but on increased strength. So yeah, bounce looks likely from here, but that doesn't mean we're at the bottom. Mamoon, also on two upcoming layer ones, extremely promising, the future one being Fire, Chion with over 400k verified subs on Twitter, going live December, and SUI. Interesting. SRC, these longs, so in terms of trading with leverage and liquidations, right, that's all kind of short-term stuff. I'm not going to try to time the exact bottom with leverage, but large, spot buys, buying Bitcoin spot and moving them to a cold storage wallet, that's the play, buying Bitcoin at 14 to 16K. Will I have, short-term trades then? Yes, for sure I will. But I have made the most money in crypto from being early and buying low and then selling high, spot only, no leverage. People ask me all the time, Connor, I want to learn how to trade leverage, yada, 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 yada. I do it for sure, but that's an active income thing. Investment, making real big money in crypto, I did that from being here early, right? I got started in this market in 2017. 2020, the March 2020 crash, I was on my phone buying crypto that day. I bought Bitcoin at $3,800 that day. I bought Ethereum for $200, right? I got early to things. I bought Matic for a penny in November of 2020. I don't need to time the bottom with leverage. You can try to do that. I will be actively trading, but the plan is to go heavy in spot. That's why I have a cash reserve that I'm going to deploy into the market. And that's how I've personally made the most money in crypto, from buying low and then selling high with no leverage. You don't need leverage to be successful in this market. And probably you probably shouldn't even touch it. So I hope it answers your question about my stop loss for a long at 14K. Mamoon saying next stop $8 to $9 before nuking to zero. Yes, that's exactly what I've been saying all stream long. 8 to 10. The start of this red zone is at 8:40. That lines up perfectly with my analysis. But guys, just to recap everything we talked about this stream, the implications that this has on the market is heavy. There's going to be lingering effects. It's going to take a while for everything to come to the surface here, which is why I'm saying that we're not at the bottom right now. There's a ton of illiquid order books on centralized exchanges, a lot of forced liquidation selling today, which is why I believe that Bitcoin is coming down lower, most likely somewhere around $14,000 to $16,000. No time to make any drastic decisions. We also have the US midterm elections today. We're going to find out who wins and what that means for the market, how the market reacts. And then we have the inflation data coming Thursday, 8:30 a.m. So the best move right now, in my opinion, is to sit on your hands and not make any move and wait for the dust to settle and for this to blow over. Of course, I will be here, right here at Crypto Empire, where we dominate the market. I will be here letting you know what I'm doing, making my usual videos, going live, going over everything in real time. So if you guys want to stick around, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But I'm here with you every step of the way. That's why I do these live streams, because yeah, we're here, right? We're not going anywhere. So no matter what happens next, we'll be ready for it. I think we're going lower, so I'm ready for lower. If we end up ripping up higher from here, I'm not going to FOMO into the market. I'm going to let it play out, because it always pulls back after it pumps, so you don't buy the pump. Anyways, if you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button, smash it up, join the free Telegram group. I'll be here tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and then the day after that, etc., etc. So yeah, well, I'll see all you guys very soon, but for this live stream, it's time to wrap it up. So I greatly appreciate everybody joining me tonight. I look forward to seeing how this all unravels, what happens with SBF, right? Lost his billionaire status today. He's a confirmed, pretty much liar, just a blatant liar, saying that they were good on their money, no need to worry about anything, everything was all good. It turned out to be a complete lie, and it brought the entire market down with it today. So crazy times we're living in, and get the popcorn out, buckle up your seatbelts. More is to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Hope that you guys did enjoy the stream. I'll see you all. And with that being said, it's time for me to go. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. Have a great night. See you all very soon.